Enola London has a peculiar way of hiding secrets, not in dark alleys or behind locked doors, though there are plenty of those, but inside ordinary smiles, folded letters, and polite conversations over tea. And when one grows up as a Holmes, one learns very quickly that the truth is rarely where people claim it to be. It had been nearly a year since my last case. Sherlock Holmes had become the darling detective of London once again. My brother Mycroft still believed I was one bad decision away from scandalizing the family name. And me? Well, I had opened my own detective office, a small one, with a leaking roof and exactly 3 paying clients. 4, if you counted the old woman who paid me in jam. But everything changed the night Clara Whitmore disappeared. Clara Whitmore was the daughter of a wealthy Parliament minister. Brilliant pianist, 22 years old, admired by society, and according to every newspaper in London, missing. The police believed she had run away. Her father believed she had been kidnapped. Sherlock believed the entire affair was dramatically uninteresting, which naturally meant it was exactly the opposite. A rainstorm rattled the windows of my office when Lord Whitmore arrived. His gloves trembled, not from grief, from fear. "Find my daughter," he said, "before they do." He never explained who they were, but he left behind something more valuable than money, a clue. Inside Clara's abandoned piano room, everything appeared untouched. Dustless furniture, fresh roses, half-burned candles. Too perfect. People staging innocence often overdo it. Then I saw the music sheet, a single note circled in red ink. E minor. Meaningless to most, but not to me. Mother once taught me that revolutionaries use music to pass hidden messages during meetings. Specific notes, specific locations, a code hidden in plain sight. And E minor? It pointed to an underground gathering beneath an old opera house near the Thames, which was where the trouble truly began. The tunnels smelled of coal smoke and river water. Voices echoed below. Men in expensive coats whispered alongside factory workers and journalists, a secret society, not criminal, political, and standing at the center of it all was Clara Whitmore, alive, determined, and very much not kidnapped. "You shouldn't have come here," she told me. "Well," I replied, "people do keep disappearing around me." Clara revealed the truth. Her father and several powerful officials were secretly selling military technology to foreign buyers, enough to start conflicts across Europe. Clara had stolen documents exposing everything, and now powerful men wanted her silenced before Parliament voted on a defense treaty. Suddenly, the case was no longer about finding a missing girl. It was about preventing a conspiracy and surviving long enough to expose it. Sherlock Holmes always entered a room as if he had already solved everyone inside it. He found us in the tunnels at precisely the wrong moment. "Enola," he sighed, "why is it that every time London edges toward catastrophe, you are standing in the middle of it?" "Terrible luck," I answered. He looked at Clara, then at the stolen documents, then at the armed men approaching through the corridor, and for the first time in years, Sherlock Holmes smiled. "Oh, good," and he said, "a challenge." What followed was chaos, gunfire in the tunnels, a chase through crowded London markets, a stolen motorcycle, one very angry swan, do not ask. Sherlock and I argued the entire time, as siblings do. But beneath all the bickering was something unspoken. Respect. He no longer saw me as a child playing detective, and perhaps I no longer needed his approval. The final confrontation came at Parliament. Rain hammered against the windows while politicians shouted over one another. Lord Whitmore attempted to destroy the evidence, but Clara stepped forward herself, not frightened, not hidden, not silent. She exposed every name, every payment, every lie. The room erupted, and as guards closed in around the corrupt officials, Lord Whitmore looked at me with cold fury. "You ruined everything." I shook my head. "No," I said. "You did that yourself." London celebrated the scandal for weeks. Newspapers called it the greatest political exposure of the decade. Sherlock received congratulations he pretended not to enjoy. And me? I finally had more clients than I could handle, though my roof still leaked. Some things never change, But as I stood outside my office one quiet evening, I realized something important. Being a Holmes was never about solving mysteries. It was about challenging the world when everyone else was too afraid to. And somewhere out there, another mystery was already waiting. Enola, smiling. Good, I was getting bored.